Yo, what is happening, guys? It's Woods, and I wanted to take some time to go over what the happened with gold this week. You know what I'm saying? Because it was some nice entries. You know, we had a little sideways movement, but overall, it was some nice entries, man. And I wanted to discuss every area that I see an entry. That I seen an entry happen this past week, because normally with gold, what you're going to see is your entry times, or for me, I'm Central Time. You know what I mean? So my entries come at the end of Asian range, which is midnight for me, and then another entry window happens around 2 a.m., which is London Open, and another entry happens around New York session, which is 8 a.m. So the kill zone windows for London session, it is 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. For New York session, it is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You know, so these are key times that I keep in mind as I'm looking for these entries to happen. And then, like I said, some strike points happen at noon. At midnight, at 2 a.m. and at 8 a.m. So let's have a replay on this, so I can let you know what happened. So we came into the week looking for where the week was going to open up at, right? You know what I mean? So price started dropping as soon as price started, opening up for the week. So you have Asian range play out here, and the majority of the Asian range kind of lingered in the bottom of this area here. So this was a fair value gap that I had in mind. I was looking for price to come in here as we come into London Open. London Open was 2 a.m. and watch what happens at 2 a.m. It starts dropping. You get a slight pullback right here on this candle at 4 a.m. So that was just as the kill zone window was opening, and it pulled back to the bottom of that fair value gap and then started dropping. So that was a good sell opening up in the week. And then we have another Asian range that we allow to play out, because we want to allow the Asian range to play out before we start looking for entries. Now, I'm gonna pause right here. Look at how the Asian range stayed in the top of it, the majority of it, and then as we come to the close of the Asian range, price starts to break down right here, right? So we come into London session 2 a.m. you get a breakout side of that Asian range. So what I was looking for is, being that price is bearish, I ultimately wanted to see price pull back here for a healthy pullback, and we could have got a bigger move, but price was refusing to do that. So once I see price break outside of the Asian range, what I'm looking for is price to pull back within 50% of that Asian range. If it does not break 50% of that Asian range to continue pushing up, then it should continue pushing bearish. And you see, as we come into London session, price breaks below the monthly low, pulls back above the monthly low, right within that fair value gap, giving us a solid entry to continue on with the sales. And you see price starts to break down from there, and then it doesn't move that much. So that's about all we get. So I mean, that was a good move for maybe about 20 ticks, say. And then as we come into the next day, the Asian range, we're going to allow the Asian range to play out again, right? So it stays within this area here. So it's kind of like lingering within the center of it, this Asian range, right? So as we come into London session, what I was looking for was for price to break above this and give some type of rejection if it wants to continue moving slower, right? So you allow the price to continue to play out, and look at this right there. This candle was the 7 a.m. candle just before we come into the New York session, right? So New York session, 8 a.m., it drops. Like I said, man, those kill zone windows, they come at midnight, 2 a.m., and 8 a.m. Those are like strike windows. Those candles are very effective candles for gold. That's central time for me. So you adjust your times to whatever time zone that you're in compared to the central times. Now we allow price to continue to play out, right? And it keeps falling, giving us a great solid move. You know what I mean? So now we come into another Asian range, right? Asian range starts coming close to a zone that I had marked, a bullish zone that I wanted to see price react to. And as we came into London session, you had it come into this support area, this bullish fair value gap, and you allow price to play out. And right as we come into the 4 a.m. candle, so 2 a.m. it pushed down into the fair value gap. I was expecting some type of reaction from there. You get it turn around and start to push up, giving us a slightly bullish move, but it stalls at the daily level, right? So we come into another day, which we let the Asian range play out, and this is now coming towards the end of the week, right? So we're thinking that news might give us some type of reaction, because as you can see, it's moving in a consolidation pattern. Now, if we're looking for it to continue bearish, I wanted to come up here and grab this fair value gap and continue bearish, or maybe it will break below the daily level and then start pushing down from there. But being that it's Friday, you got to keep your expectations low, because it's liable for everything to just consolidate, closing out the week. And as you can see, that's what happened. Just kind of consolidated, play out the week. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get my breakdown on gold, on what happened this week, you know what I mean, and give you those entry points that I seen, and those key times that are important to me, because you never know, it could help one of you guys out. All right, so that's what that is, man. We'll have some more videos coming, you know, dropping some more knowledge, some more tips on what's going on, you know, with my trading, what's going on with mindset in the markets and all. But yeah, man, like I always say, be patient, wait for price to come to you, and secure your bag. All right, that's what that is, man. Woods. No FOMO.